So Kamala Harris gave a Labor Day speech in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and folks, she's getting really, really good at this. Every time she walks up to a mic, she just keeps getting better and better. And every time I hear her speak, I'm just more and more hopeful. She has her own temperament. She doesn't remind me of Barack Obama or Joe Biden or Bill or Hillary Clinton. She's her own person with her own vibe, and I love that about her. I love her temperament. I love the way she presents herself and has a message of hope without being too preachy about it, without being too unrealistic. I love the fact that she preaches about hope and us being joyful again, but she's also very realistic as to about what we're up against. So this speech she gave was a great one, and I'm going to show you some highlights from it. But before we get to her parts, I want to show you Joe Biden. It was so good to see him out there on the trail with her, and it was also good to have someone remind us of what it is we're up against. Take a look.
Remember Trump for 4 years promised every month infrastructure week. For 4 years he promised that. He didn't build a damn thing. Nothing. I mean, not nothing. Well, thanks to our infrastructure law, Pennsylvania so far has received $17 billion. $17 billion. Over 2,000 projects.
So one of the talking points that we keep hearing from MAGA is, well, Democrats have been in power for 12 of the last 16 years. Why ain't they done nothing? She's been vice president this entire time. Why ain't she done nothing? We need to remind them that Donald Trump was president. He didn't follow through on any of his promises except taking away Roe versus Wade and giving his rich buddies a tax break. That's the only thing he came through on. He didn't build a damn thing, just like Biden said. He didn't do anything. He completely bungled the pandemic, and that's why he got voted out. So we really need to stay on point here and always, when they try to flip the script on us, refuse to let them. No, you're not flipping the script on us and going, well, hasn't she done something? She has been doing something. She's got Biden's record to run on, and whether they want to admit it or not, it's a good one. What we need to keep reminding them is, why didn't he do something when he had the chance? Why didn't he build anything while he had the shot? That's why he got voted out. Just keep bringing those receipts and keep reminding them. But what I love about this next clip is Kamala goes back to point out to us that, a true leader is measured by who they lift up, not who they beat down.
Knowing it's some backward thinking for those folks who have been suggesting for years that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. That's the stuff they're pushing. That the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, when we know the true measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. Who you lift up. Do you fight for workers? Do you fight for families? Do you fight for those who must be seen and heard and deserve the dignity that comes with hard work? That's what we fight for. And when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
Folks, I got to be honest with you. Whenever I'm editing my videos and I play you clips from Trump and I'm having to sit there and size everything up in my video editor and get it out to you, I get so tired of hearing Trump talk. It's so doom and gloom. It's so depressing. And it gets pretty heavy at times. I can't imagine going to one of his rallies and feeling hopeful about anything. It seems to me like you would just be living in total fear. It seems to me like that's all he's catering to, is people who are just absolutely scared of their own shadow and wants to play the victim in every scenario. And what I love about Kamala, like I said, is she's hopeful, but she's reasonable, and she reminds us of what our dreams truly are.
We have dreams. We can see what is possible unburdened by what has been. We have aspirations. We have ambitions. And the system that is a good system is one that supports that and allows people the opportunity to go where they can see and imagine themselves to be. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about an opportunity economy. We fight for a future where every senior can retire with dignity. And so we will continue to defend Social Security and Medicare and pensions.
Again, she's getting really damn good at this, and I'm truly enjoying it. But in this next clip, she reminds us that we cannot, under any circumstances, take our eye off the ball at this point in the game. We're still the underdogs.
It's going to be a tight race to the very end. So let's not pay too much attention to those polls. Because as unions and labor knows best, we know what it's like to be the underdog. And we are the underdog in this race. And we have some hard work then ahead of us. But here's the beauty of us in this room. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And so in this fight, I will continue to count on the strength, the determination, and the hard work of the leaders in this room to knock on doors, to get folks to the polls, and bluntly put, because the people in here do it, to help us win Pennsylvania. So today I ask, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless America.
What I love about her message is it is hopeful and it is joyful, but it's also common sense. And we need to use our common sense as we head into this election, and we need to realize we're still the underdogs in this and we still have to fight. If I had any criticism for those on the left, it would be this. Sometimes we get complacent, and sometimes we rest on our laurels, and sometimes we look away or we start fighting amongst ourselves over one little tiny issue that I'm sure we could all work past. What you got to understand is that MAGA is absolutely fighting tooth and nail for Donald Trump, and he's wrong about everything. But that doesn't stop them from fighting for him. We got someone who is right. We got someone who is on the right side of history. And while we may not agree with everything Kamala Harris says, we have to remind ourselves that it's not natural to agree with everything that your front runner says. If you're agreeing with everything they say, then you're in MAGA. Then you're in the cult of Donald Trump. We're not in that. So it's okay to disagree with Kamala on some things, but we have to realize what we're up against, and we have to realize that they're going to fight tooth and nail, and they will not back down. So we can't either. We can be joyful, we can be hopeful, we can make this country a better place. We truly can. But at the same time, we can't underestimate our opponent. We can't rest on our laurels. We can't lay back and go, ah. And the one thing I'm tired of hearing people here in Tennessee say, and listen, I love you guys, but stop saying this. Stop saying, well, you know, we live in Tennessee, it's going to go red, it don't matter. That's not the attitude to take here. No, it does matter. Your vote does count. It does matter. And keep pushing forward. We have a growing movement here in Tennessee. And are we going to flip it blue anytime soon? I don't know, but we can start turning it purple at least. We can start making some change. This idea that, well, my vote don't count, so I'm going to stay home or I'm not going to worry too much about it. No, you need to worry about it. You need to realize what we're up against. And like I said, it's okay to be hopeful. It's okay to be joyful, but use your common sense and don't back down when it comes to MAGA.